Greetings. In this screencast, we're going to discuss domain name servers and repointing those name servers to your web host. In this case, we're going to set it up for the pawprint.net hosting platform. And we've picked up a sample domain here. And we're going to do this all on the Domains at Cost Registrar's website. That's where we've registered this domain. So if you're using that one, which is the one that we recommend, then this will be exactly what you'll see. However, the general concept works with any registrar. So if you're on somebody like GoDaddy or Network Solutions, the general principles that we're going to show you here are exactly the same. But the specific steps are only going to apply to this one registrar. We can't obviously show for every possible case because there's literally thousands of different registrars. So what we want to do is set up for a new domain that we've just registered recently. And in this case, it's this sunshinefirstaid.ca. And we're going to want to have it hosted on our pawprint server. So first thing you'd have to do when you go to your Domains at Cost site or whatever registrar you're dealing with, you'd have to log in. And I've already done that. And then I'm going to go to, in this case, Domains and then Domain Manager. And depending on your site, again, you'll get to a place where the Domain Manager here is just going to give you a list of all the different domains you may have registered. I'm going to click on the one that I want. So in this case, I clicked on sunshinefirstaid.ca and I got to this screen, which is all the information about this specific domain. As I scroll down a little bit, it shows me some options about the domain. You'll notice that we've got auto renew turned on. I would recommend that for most domains so that they continue to renew. You don't have to accidentally miss it and then lose your domain, which is a big problem. So watch that one. But the bit that we're interested in here right now is the name server information. And when you first register a domain, we've not touched this one at all since we registered it. So it's exactly the way it would look after you first register it. And most registrars will do this thing called parking. They will park the domain, which means that you own it, but it's not going anywhere. Somebody types it into their web browser. It's just going to go to this generic page, usually something full of ads provided by whoever you registered it, maybe a search that goes to Google. Sometimes they'll have a message saying that a great new website's coming soon, but there won't be a logo or anything. It's just a generic message. So you want to get it off that and you want to point it to the platform where you've got it hosted. So what you need to do is come to here where it says Park and change that to use third-party hosting. Now the exact terminology will be a little bit different depending on your registrar, but most cases it's going to be something like that. Either use third-party hosting or specify name servers or add DNS. It'll say something like that. And then they're going to give you usually 2, sometimes more than 2 name servers. So everybody's name servers are going to be slightly different. In this case, the name servers you need to use are going to be provided to you when you sign up for hosting. And so I'm going to put some name servers in here. They're probably the ones you're going to need if it's something that's hosted with pawprint, but things may change after this video is produced. And always use the ones that you've been sent in the email exactly as they're sent, and you can then just copy and paste them in. It's a little bit easier. But the ones I'm going to use here are ns2.pawprint.ca. And then I'm also going to put in ns5.darkfrenchhost.ca. Or sorry, .net. And I've got 3 that I'd like to do. So I'm going to add one more. And give me one more box. And I'm going to add ns6.net. And I'm actually going to change this one to, instead of pawprint.ca, darkfrenchhost.ca. So again, don't worry too much about exactly what I'm typing here. Always use the ones that you're provided in the email. But what this does, just to explain it, when you register a domain, so in this case, the domain that was registered is sunshinefirstaid.ca. It could be whatever your business is, .com, .net, .org. Those are all domains. When you register it, you need to tell the internet where your actual website is going to be. And it's not only the website, but it's also the email. So that if you have an email address, if I wanted to set an email address up here that said, information at Sunshine Coast or sunshinefirstaid.ca, I'd need to know where that is. So I need to tell the internet, if somebody sends an email there, where does it need to go to find out what should happen to that email and how to deliver it. And that's what these name servers are going to do. They're going to tell the internet, here's where you go to find out any information about this particular domain. So when you're hosting with somebody, they will always provide you with their domain name servers, and that's what name servers are related to. So we provide 3. These are the 3 that you'd use in this case. Always use the ones that are sent in the email. Once you've got all that information in, if you scroll down, 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 you'll get the ability to save your changes. So you save those changes. It's going to go through a little thing, and we've got this. Everything's good. And that's what you really want to look at. You want to see that everything is okay. And you'll notice in this message, your changes may take up to 24 hours to appear. It used to be that it was almost always exactly around 24 hours. Now, sometimes it's as fast as just a couple hours. It really depends. But what needs to happen, and the reason it takes so long, is I've updated it here on this site. Now, it has to go and tell all the other possible servers out on the internet that this has changed. And most of those servers keep the information they've already found out about that particular domain cached. So they don't look every single time somebody wants to go there. They only look like once a day or something like that. So it takes some time for that new information that we've just put in to propagate all across the internet, all around the world. So for the next 24 hours, some people may see the new site on the new place. Some people won't. It just takes a little bit of time for it to kick in. And also your own computer might take some time for it to kick in. So what I recommend is wait about 4 hours, then reboot your machine. And if you've got a router that you can reset that as well. And that will ensure that any caching of the position where the website used to point has been removed from your local network, and you'll hopefully see the new information right away. So that's how you set up name servers at this particular registrar. As I said, most registrars are fairly similar in their methodology, and you'll be given those name servers, but that's what you need to do. Log in, pick the domain you want, set up those name servers under third-party hosting. Now I'm going to show you one other possible example. We set up, in this case, and there's tons of domains here, you probably won't have this many, but we set up sunshinefirstaid.ca. I'm going to do sunshinefirstaid.net, so I'm going to click on that one. Now this time I'm not going to set it up as a separate whole hosting account. I'm just going to forward it. So again, it started off parked, and I want to forward the domain so that it's just like an alias. This is the exact same as something else. So I'm going to set up this one as an alias of the one we just did before, which was sunshinefirstaid.ca. Whoops, forgot the aid. So sunshinefirstaid.ca. So now I'm going to say anytime somebody comes to sunshinefirstaid.net, I want them to end up on sunshinefirstaid.ca. This is a shortcut. Not all registrars provide this functionality, but if you do have multiple domains, and it's great to purchase multiple domains to protect yourself from a competitor buying up those similar domains to what you may have, you'll want to set it up so you're actually forwarding one over to the other. So here I've set this up. Anything that's going from the .net is going to go over to the .ca. So I've set that up as a forward. I'm going to come down here and save the changes. So again, what exactly you want to do is going to depend on what your hosting setup is. And it's something that we'll always discuss with you if you're doing hosting with us as to whether you want to set it up as a forward or as a basic account. In most cases, if you've got one primary domain, then it's going to be a single account that's using those name servers, the first example we showed. You may have some other domains that you can forward, but generally you're going to set up one as your primary and then any number of other ones that just forward over to it. So I hope that helps with how to configure your name servers for a domain, and have a great day.